Hey gang, it is Tuesday, November 8th, Election Day. I hope you all voted. I know I did. If you didn't, then you have nothing to complain about. So, with that, I have other things to do today. If you look at these trees here, these are Bradford pear trees. They're very popular in the South until they die, and then they're not so popular. So what I have here is 3 trees that I planted years ago, and apparently wood borers got in to the first 2 and killed them. And the last one is just barely hanging on, but it is fall and it's cooling off. And so I decided, you know what, it's time to cut these trees down. Well, the problem with cutting down trees is you need equipment. And I do have the equipment. As you know, I do a lot of my, almost everything on my own. And I've got this old handy home light that I've used many times to cut down trees and trim up stuff. And so I went to use the saw, and today I realized that the chain is very dull. And I had bought, I think you see the brand there, Oregon, some replacement chains, and I replaced them. This is one that I'd used up. And you know, these things get expensive. They add up pretty quick. And I got to thinking, you know, they sell the chainsaw sharpeners. Maybe I'll just buy one of those. So today I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up their electric chainsaw sharpener. I know you all like tool reviews. I've done some on a few different ones, plasma cutter and my throatless shear and maybe something else, I can't remember. But I figured, you know what, I'll make a little video on this chainsaw sharpener. Now this was only $34 at Harbor Freight. It was on sale. You know how they do their sales. And as I open up the box, it's got some instructions. It's got the main assembly, let's say, power cord, and it's got this thing. Sorry about that. Which is the device that holds the chain. And this will mount here. That'll thread on the bottom. And then it can be tightened up. Now, I got to looking at this at the store and I thought it was pretty cool because it's got this little, you can see it here, got a handbrake. And what that does is it connects into this portion down here. It's got a threaded end on it. And basically you feed that through, put the threaded knob on the opposite end, and when you squeeze the handbrake, it compresses the clamp, which holds the chain. So let me get this set up, and I'm going to see if I can't maybe save myself some money and sharpen my own chainsaw chain. Okay, as you can see, I've mounted it to this wood board, and I just used a couple of screws because obviously it's going to be temporary. I'm not going to leave this set up all the time. I did mount the clamping device and just drop it through that hole, put the knob back on, and of course I mounted the cable as I talked about, and you can see when I squeeze the little handbrake thing how that activates. That's pretty cool. I like that. Few things. There's an on-off switch up here at the top, and there's a depth adjustment knob which makes contact with this high point on the main body, and you can see it comes down and it hits that. Okay, along with that you've got 2 dials or knobs on the ends, and this rotates the chain. You've got a stopper which will hit the chain to keep it from going backwards as you move the grinder down, and this also has an adjuster on it so you can position it where it needs to be. So let me get a chain and set it in there. Oh, one other thing. As I was looking at the instructions provided, it shows you, you know, a few different things. Here's your degrees on the main body, something, you know, with the changing out the grinding wheel. But probably the most important thing is it shows you this picture of the chain, and then it tells you you're going to need to know the degree of the angle. And basically it tells you to refer back to the paperwork from the chain that you bought or had on your saw. Now I usually keep stuff like this just because, and thankfully I did, because as I break it down, based on the chain model that I have, which is in this 91 category, it says the angle is 30 degrees. So that'll change with, I guess, different chains or companies, but that is probably the more critical angle that I need to know. So here I have this set up at 30 degrees, and I believe that cuts the right side of the chain, because there's two different sides. What you don't normally notice is you've got the cutters are on opposite sides. So there's a, say, left side cutter, and that's a right side cutter, and they're opposite directions. And so when you do the grinding, you have to reposition it so that you can do either side. You can't do them both at the same time. It's basically what I'm getting at. So let me get a chain in there and see how this works. Okay, this is one of the old chains, and you can see I put a red mark on that one. I did that so that when I cycle this through, I'll know when I get back to it and I'm not trying to resharpen it. So I'll lift up this little stopper, set the chain in, and then I'll move forward till I get to that red one, and that's where those little knobs come in handy, as you can see. I've already set the stopper on this one, and then as it comes down, I will squeeze that clamp, bring it down, and it'll engage into that particular tooth. Let me see if I can get this camera just a little bit lower. Okay, I have that one set up. I'm going to squeeze the clamp, turn on the grinder, bring it in, and I'll basically just touch. That's all it's going to take. So then I'll move this forward, go past the first one, the opposite side, and I guess I'm basically doing the left teeth at this point. I'm going to squeeze the clamp, come back in, same thing, skip, and that one's actually on the right side as well, so it must have to do with the length of the chain. So I'm going to skip that one, come back, squeeze. Now see, that one I didn't make any contact, so I'll have to adjust that so that I can catch that one. But you get the idea, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the process on the left side teeth. If I need to, I'll adjust my distance so that I can make contact with that, and then I'll do the other side, and we'll see how this works. Okay, so I'm done with the left side teeth. I need to do the right side teeth. So I'll just loosen this clamp, and this is a little cumbersome here, this cable. I'm going to move it inside of that. It'd be nice if they had a little recess or something built in along that edge so that it wouldn't, you know, be fighting this post. But the action is the same. Clamp it, come down into your grinding, and then reset, move on. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the tool. I'll finish up sharpening all these teeth, put it on my chainsaw, and then we'll see how it actually cuts the tree. But again, as far as the tool goes, I like it. I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10. You know, there's room for some improvements here and there, and let's see what happens. All right, here's the test. Yeah, I'm happy with the results. You can see this was an old cut that I'd made when the chain was probably a bit duller, and that just did very well. Zipped right through it, saved me some money. Yeah, I'll be able to extend the life of my chain for sure. So, like I said, I give it a good 8 out of 10 on the tool, and they're available at Harbor Freight. A little bit something different for y'all. Thanks for watching.